Hello, everyone. This is Dr. Stan Harris, known as Dr. Breakthrough. And as Dr. Breakthrough, I always have to say, I can't provide the breakthrough. I just prescribe the breakthrough. But when people follow my breakthrough prescription, God Almighty provides the breakthrough they desire and deserve. And what's a breakthrough? I'm glad you asked. It's exploding through barriers that at one time seemed insurmountable. But see, sometimes my eyes and my senses tell me lies. Well, if you'd like to have a financial breakthrough, I don't know of anything more powerful, more practical, more potent than what we're going to talk about tonight. It's a new token called Weetwo, W-E-E-T-W-O. And by the way, the website, weetwo.live, Weetwo.live. And as a matter of fact, the CEO is right now in the air flying, so I'm going to play a little clip. But thank you for joining us. What exactly, you may be new, or maybe you're new to this and you're like, okay, what exactly is Weetwo? Well, Weetwo, by the way, it's all about empowering people to employ their money so it can produce profits while providing services or support for pets. That's right. It's all about people, pets, and profits. See, it's the new crypto with a passion for pets and a purpose for people that levels the financial playing field by producing increase for everyday people. Now, you're probably familiar with Bitcoin. I was blessed and fortunate enough to buy Bitcoin way back when it was just like $208 a coin. Wish I could have gotten it sooner, but $208 a coin. And then when it blossomed, shot up all the way up, I sold most of it, unfortunately, at $19,000 a coin. Now, how many of you know that's a huge, to buy at 208, sell at 19,000, that's a huge profit. Of course, many of you know it's gone all the way up to 65,000. I think right now it's about $48,000. But anyway, but if you could go back in reverse, how many of you, and let me know in the chat, how many of you, if you can go back in time, how many of you would make sure you would have bought a whole lot of Bitcoin, knowing now, or knowing back then, what you know now, you'd have bought a bunch of Bitcoin? Come on in the chat, let me know. And Linda Ben says, me. Who else? Who else would have bought a whole, there you go, that's right, John Glenn. Who else? Vicky said, who would have bought a whole lot of Bitcoin back in the day when everybody was scared of it and everything else? But knowing what you know now, if we could go back in time, that's right, absolutely, Dr. Scott said, oh yeah, Marshall. Who would buy as much Bitcoin as they possibly could now if you knew back then what you know now, right? Absolutely, I would have, yes, of course. And every smart person or halfway, you don't even have to call yourself smart because you already got a clue, you would be willing to do that. Well, guess what, my friend? Bitcoin, you can't go back in time and you can't buy up all that Bitcoin. Now, as a matter of fact, you know, Bitcoin is getting more and more popular, but here's the thing. You can't go back in time on that. But I'm telling you where we are now with the Weetwo token is where you wish you could have bought Bitcoin way back then. And I believe the smart people, my friend, I believe the people that take the risk. And again, my friend, we always have to upfront give a disclaimer, right? We always have to give a disclaimer and let you know that we're not financial advisors. And the information given in this presentation, my friend, is not financial advice. It's for informational purposes only, and is not intended to be a solicitation or a recommendation for any specific crypto. You see, cryptocurrency involves risk and is not suitable for everyone. As a matter of fact, past performance does not guarantee future results. All right. So I just want to make sure you know that and aware of that. So with that being said, let's get a few testimonials, and then I'm play again, apologize. I wanted to have the CEO here live, but I got a partial recording that he did that will blow your mind, and we'll play that here. But real quick, can I call on a friend to come on out here? Chanel, can you come on out and just share a little bit? You bought and purchased. Folks, you don't join a company. It's not affiliate marketing. It's not network marketing. You're purchasing an appreciating asset that rises in value. So Chanel, are you available just to just say what happened for you, please?
I am. I purchased $1,000. I put $1,000 in actually 3 weeks this evening. and I'm up to, it's over 1,600. It's close to 1,700. So
Wow.
it is climbing. It is climbing. And
And
you
I had,
can't get that much interest in a bank in a year off $1,000. Matter of fact, in 2 or 3 years at the interest rate that they're paying now.
wow. Well, thank you very much. Powerful, powerful. And folks, again, these are folks I just want you to hear from real quick. Cynthia Cox, can you share a little bit briefly what happened for you? And then after Cheryl Cox, Jondelyn, are you able to say a few words? Cynthia, are you available? You just have to unmute.
Yes, good evening, everyone. I'm excited. Let me just share with you what happened to me with my $200. Now, I think I put it February 22nd, and right now I'm holding it at about $1,700. I like, what? Yes, you cannot get that money like that. I was like, oh my God. And I removed about 600 about a week ago. I think about a week and a half ago. So I'm up to over 1,000 right now. So I'm grateful and thankful. My $200 has really increased, and I thank you, Reverend Doctor.
So, wow. So you mean you can actually take money out? You know, a lot of these deals you can't take.
I had to pay a bill.
Come on now. Well, there you go.
Oh my God, I'm so happy. Yeah,
Awesome,
it's
awesome.
good timing. Thank you so much for letting me share.
All righty. Hey, Jondelyn, are you available real quick? Jondelyn, and then from there we'll go to Linda Brown. Jondelyn, if you're available, and then Linda Brown.
Okay, I'm here. I'm grateful and excited for the opportunity to share. I didn't make a great big purchase, but I did already increase over 50% of my initial purchase. So that's exciting.
Wait, Jondelyn, stop downplaying. Stop. Did you just say 50% increase?
Yes, sir.
Oh my goodness. Listen, I wish anybody could show me where I can get 50% increase. And how long have you been involved?
About 3 weeks.
Oh my goodness, 50% in 3. People should be flocking to this. Well, well, thank you very much, Jondelyn. I tell you what, please don't think of it. It doesn't matter the amount you put in. When you get 50%, that's powerful. That speaks volume to people. Because again, the beautiful thing is people can add at their comfort level and so forth. So as a matter of fact, Apostle Burrell's not on here, but he started with 1,000 and then he added another 1,000. He saw it grew so much that today he just added $8,000 more. So he has positioned himself to set himself up. But imagine 50% increase on that. His 10 would be 15. So it doesn't matter, my friend. 50% is 50%. So God bless you. Thank you very much. All righty. Let's see, who was it? Dr. Scott, Dr. Danette Fishburne Scott. Can you give a short testimonial, please? And then we'll go to Linda Brown, if you're available, Linda, after Dr. Scott, and then I'll go to you, Linda.
All right. Thank you, Dr. Breakthrough, Dr. Stan. It's great to be here tonight. I have been in Weetwo February 17th to the present and going from 1,000 to 5,000. I'll make it short.
Wow. And by the way, there's that website right there, weetwo.live. So that's powerful. Hey, Linda Brown, can you come on downtown, Linda Brown? Linda Brown, could you unmute yourself for a moment and give a short testimonial if you don't mind? If she's not available, Van Darden, are you available?
Yes. Hi, Dr. Stan. I thank you so very much for inviting me to this opportunity. I started with $100 and now my $100 is $1,500.
What? What?
I started on February the 24th.
Okay, your $100 is 15. That's a 1,500% increase, right? Chanel,
yes.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Wow. Folks, I keep telling people the sooner you start and the more you start with, the more it makes. So Van,
let me add my little 2 cents.
All right, hold on, Bishop. We ain't at your church right now. Hold on, proper. But hold on, though. 1,500% increase. That's crazy. So thank you for sharing. Hey, Bishop Fraser, go ahead and put your 2 cents Put $2 in if you want. Go ahead.
Yeah, so I have been in for about 3 weeks.
Okay.
And I'm already $1,000 up from when I started.
Wow. In 3 weeks.
In 3 weeks.
I bet that'll help a bunch of church members.
No, it's not going to help a bunch of church members. It's going to help Mama and me.
Amen.
My
amen.
preaching will help the church members.
Come on. No, but I'm saying, well, like Apostle Burrell, he actually called me and he said, Doc, I'm gonna have a special Wednesday night, and I want you to present this to the whole church. And he told his church, he said, listen, don't y'all come asking me for money. Get involved with this. Let your money make money. And so the whole church got started. And so now they're being blessed. And again, folks, I've never seen anything like this. Hands-free, autopilot. Get this now, set it and forget it. So anyway, thank you, Bishop. And we're glad that you got a blessing there. Awesome. All righty. So folks, these are real people with real testimonials. I had a few to play, but I think these have been good enough. I think I have, let me see here. Oh, there's Lance. Hey, Lance, can you real quick give your testimonial? Real short, please.
Yeah, I got in, it's been just a little over a month. I started out with $1,000 and then the return was very rapid. I put in another 1,000, very rapid. So I put in 3,000 and my account in about 35 days is at about 25,000.
What?
And I've told people about this and I told them how they get involved and they're not even getting involved. I guess they just don't believe it.
Right. Well, here's the thing, Lance, and I always say this to people. It seems too good to be true to some folk. But when I met my beautiful wife, my ABCD, my adorable brown caramel delight, I'm thinking there's no way a woman this beautiful, this brilliant, this spiritual is still single. But guess what? She was, and I snatched her up real quick, my friend. And I tell people I met the woman of my dreams, and when I woke up, it wasn't a nightmare. So, well, thank you very much, Lance. And I know that you're actually made some other purchases for some other accounts for your family. And so,
yes,
congratulations.
Yeah, I'm going to call you tomorrow because I'm going to 2 more accounts.
Awesome, man. Thank you. God bless you.
All right, now.
And folks, thank you. One of the things when I always tell people, it's not that it's too good to be true. Here, jot this down. It's just that it's too bad and so sad that it won't be true for you. Because see, a mind that's impregnated with fear can only bring forth bad results. But a mind impregnated with faith can only bring forth good results. How many of you out there like me know you've been part of stuff that failed and flopped and this thing and that thing, and you prayed as like, Lord, I need something real. And how many of you recognize finally something real shows up? So guess what, my friend? We ought to be excited and say, okay, thank you, God, for answering my prayer. So I want to just real quick share the CEO. Got a clip of him that you definitely want to hear, my friend, that's going to change your life when you hear how powerful his passion is. And listen in. I want you to hear the man. I call him the brother like no other. I call him the master of disaster. Can't say it no faster. Too strong to be weak, too sweet to be sour. He can't take credit. It's all God and his wife Melissa's power. So Delano, take it over, my brother.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Dr. Stan. It's always fun to follow you as an actor. You should let me lead and then you bring it up. So I am just honored. I'm astonished. I'm looking around at all the faces that are here and I'm just astonished and I'm honored. I'm honored to have an opportunity to explain what we're doing. Now, listen, most of you have been involved in projects and tokens and things in the past, and a lot of them have promises, but none of them have the backing. None of them have.
Wait a minute, Dale, I forgot. There's one company that owes me $7.5 million. I got it in crypto, but I just can't touch it. And that's not even my wife's account, my children's account. I got another one, $2.4 million worth of crypto that I can't pull out, can't touch. And so this is so totally different of what you're doing. And again, for those who are part of also.
They rug pulled you.
Yeah, rug pull, right. But with yours, I'm telling you, one day I put like 50 to check it out, and then 2,000 next, and then $1,000 a couple of days. I was like, well, this is crazy. So anyway, I just want to make sure I set that stage so people can understand what he's talking about, and what he's doing is not about some pie in the sky stuff you can't touch and get a hold of. As a matter of fact, right before this call, a lady that had $1,100 13 days ago, it's $7,700, and we just showed her how to pull out that initial money in 2 minutes, and she's like, oh my goodness. So again, take it away, and then we're going to have Howard as well.
Well, I'll give you a follow-up on that for the whales that may be listening, or the whales that are about to start their journey as we lose zeros to get to our mission, the project. We have a gentleman right now that put in a couple $1,000s about 105 days ago, and he's got a nice residual, but he's working with the company because he wants to pull out $100,000 to start his business, the dream he's had all his life. He had a few $1,000s, he put it and risked it in Weetwo, and 105 days later, he wants to pull out $100,000. And I told him, I said, thank you for calling the outreach and working with us to help you mitigate the fees to get your money out, but you can take it all at once, $100 an hour, whatever you want. He said, I can right now push a button and take all 100 grand out. I said, yeah. You're going to hurt the price for people for a few days, and you're going to pay a 20% tax on that. So if you want the extra 20 to make you 100 instead of your 180, let's work on setting you up on a way to pull your money out over the next couple of days, and it won't hurt the community. It won't hurt the residual, but in 3 days, you'll have your 100 grand in your bank account. He said, God bless. And we're on our way to just all we're doing is setting him up so he's removing it logically and sensibly instead of, oh, I've got 100 grand, boom. But he can do that. And he's still left with $50,000. He's going to let that grow. But he has dreamed for 13 years of starting this business. And instead of trying to do it on a few thousand, he's now buying the Bobcats, the trailers, the trucks, the tools, and everything he wants, because now he's pulling out a massive residual. And we've got 5 more zeros before it gets tough. Now, what I mean by that is right now is the time that there are still going to be more Weetwo millionaires or beyond. Once we get to a penny, then you're going to have to trade the hard path to a dime. But getting those next 5 zeros is going to be faster and easier than you'd imagine. So what Dr. Stan is talking to you about set it and forget it. Yes. Yes. Or trade and do cost averaging and build your stack. But one of the things I find joyful is, I'm telling you, this company and this 501c3 that rides on this company to do our charitable works, it cannot do it without trading. I don't want people to hold. I want you to either cost average trade or get to a point where you're 2x, 5x, 7x, and pull out your original money. So now you're on house funds. You're riding on house money. It's all free. Everything is profit to you. And then you can sell the peaks. And when it dips down, buy the dip, and you will build more and more and more Weetos. So if you just want to hodl, as they say, I like to say hold because I'm a ancient stock trader. We hold, we don't hodl, but same thing. If you want to hold, that's fine, because the way our contract works is every trade is adding tokens into everybody's wallet. So your Weetwo balance will always keep growing more and more trading, no matter who's involved. If Robin brings 5 people in, everybody gets a share of that. If Bishop brings in 1,000 people, everybody gets a share of that. And your Weetwo tokens will continue to grow. And at any point, ladies and gentlemen, at any point, whatever you bought is your money. You pull it all out anytime. You don't have to qualify, diddly date. It's your money. You put it in, you take it out. And I am working diligently hard in the background to make sure that the liquidity is there. Every founding member, all of our liquidity is locked. 3% of our liquidity is already burned to the burn address. That means it can never be removed. Once we had our first liquidity burn out of our contract, we too will always trade. If the blockchain, if crypto is still there, we too will still be trading. I have made this thing permanent. And we have 95% of our liquidity is locked, 3% is burned. At the end of about 30 months from now, it will be 92% burned and right around 4% locked. Because I have a commitment to keep this thing going on and on and on, way past a penny. But our first goal is a penny. In the next 24, 48 months, we have the tokenomic plan to do so. We have the burn structure to do so. And anyone getting in now has the chance to lose all your money or become a Weetwo millionaire. Depends on how you do it, how you play it. And those are your due diligence and your mission plan. Dr. Stan, may I hand it over for any questions?
Well, yes, also, we're gonna, of course, we're gonna have Howard actually walk them through a few things as well. But yeah, let's have a few questions. I'd like to ask the first, when you say burn, what exactly does that mean? And do you want to tell the story of where this Weetwo came from real briefly? Like the Weetwo, what does that mean?
After a divorce a decade ago, way past a decade ago, I was alone and I had a dog named Winnie. I got her from Winn-Dixie because she was an orphan puppy being given away, and I took her in. We spent about 2 years together and she got pregnant and she passed away in birthing. I used to vet tech years ago, so this is one of the affinities I have for the veterinarian field. But I was able, with nothing but tears running out of my eyes, to remove the rest of the puppies that she could not do. The last one that I pulled the birth sac off and squeaked up and got her rubbed up so she's squeaking and breathing, was this little puppy that looked like Winnie did. And I said, I don't know what I'm going to call you, honey, but I'm going to keep you, and we two will go everywhere together. And I bottle fed that little puppy next to my neck at night. The other puppies I kept in a cage box in the spare closet and found them all good homes. But Weetwo was what I named her. And for 13 years, Weetwo went everywhere together. And she was the most intuitive savior, the most wonderful dog, the most wonderful soul I had ever known. Unconditional love and just absolutely, people would say, how did you train her to do that? I never trained that dog to do anything. We were sitting at the kitchen table one night and I was eating a steak that I grilled. Remember, I lived alone at the time. And she looked up at me and she was begging. And I said, you ain't getting any of my steak, honey, unless you bring your dish and drop it here. And she looked up and she looked up and she looked up like she was really trying to figure out what the universe meant. And she ran away. I'm like, ha, 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 ha. And she came in and dropped her dish in front of me. I'm like, oh, I guess you get some of my steak. And we were best friends for 13 years. During that period of time, Melissa and I met and got married and then had children. And little Charles is, Weetwo was still around when he was a little baby and he remembers her. She was a wonderful dog. Now, I have a lot of assets, but a few years ago, I made some economic dumb decisions, and I ended up pretty darn cash poor. And we too had a tumor on our leg. And I rounded up 5,300, 5,500, somewhere in that range, and I paid a vet to remove the tumor. And he kind of butchered the surgery and left her with a half cut open tumor. And now I needed a full leg amputation to save her life. And that was $9,000 I no longer had. And it was now. It wasn't something like, oh yeah, I'll sell this property and do this and do that. It was now. And I reached out to everywhere and nah. And we too had to go away. Weeks later, I had plenty of cash, but I had made mistakes economically. People do that. And so when it came time to look at the world of crypto and what I could do, I decided to create a self-perpetuating fund. Not just manipulate people's greed in the crypto world, but reward them and be a solid, unrecoverable, long-term project. That residuals will feed our 501c3. And the 501c3's mandate is by the end of the year, to get to doing 1,000 or a surgery per day. And that will put 365 families out of a place where they have to choose between unconditional love given to us by God and money. I'll take care of the money part. Team Weetwo will create taking care of the money part. And meanwhile, when I say I'm manipulating people's greed, greed's good. Gets you up in the morning, makes you want to do things. So I'm going to deliver on a non-rug pullable project. Nobody's yanking the rug out from underneath you. If you buy $500 worth, you can pull 500 out or more. And every time you do a transaction, little residuals go to everybody. The little residuals go to building our liquidity pool and making Team Weetwo stronger and stronger. And a bit of residuals go over to the 501c3's wallet. And right now, we have $74,000 of residuals in the Weetwo charity wallet. That's above its balance. They can never, the 501c3 can't touch the balance. They can only live on the residuals. But we're approaching $80,000 worth of surgeries that we can do. Now, my wife is, as charity liaison, has been reaching out to a lot of organizations, and we have 6 candidates on the table now. And in the coming days, again, I'm not a financial advisor, but in the coming days, we're going to have national press on our first surgery and our second and our third and our fourth, day after day. Now, soon after that, we're not going to make a big show of it, because boastfully do not, okay? Your deeds, don't be boastful. Your prayers, don't be boastful. We have to, as a business, make a kind of a big media circus of the first couple, but I relegated that's for the team. But after that, you'll have to go to our website and just look at how many surgeries we're doing a week. With the dog's name and the testimonial direct from the family, but moreover, with all doxing and all straight up sincerity, every vet listed. So if you really wanted to, you could contact that vet and say, did you do this? Is that real? Yeah, they paid us directly. Because we don't pay out to anyone else, we pay vets directly. Now, Dr. Stan and Howard can tell you a lot more of the depths of the company and the things that are going to take us public. When I say that, I'll be real simple and blunt. Just so you know, we have 2 books that run Weetwo. One is Weetwo Inc. The other is the 501c3. We can't tell the name of that yet, but in a few days, the 501c3 will be announced of what its name is. It's sitting there as a book. We're setting up the banking structure and getting everything proper for her. One step at a time, everything legitimate, solid office, solid crew, everyone, you know who we are, you know where we live. We're not rug pulling yet. We're building a multinational crypto project with a purpose that's going to create a self-perpetuating fund that all over the world. We're going to save fuzzy friends. I know, yes, one of the first surgeries, it very possibly is a ferret, but ferrets, God's creatures too. It's not just about cats and dogs.
Awesome. Wow. Wow.
Dr. Stan, take over for me.
Dale, man. Wow, man. That was heart touching, man. I appreciate you sharing that. And wow. And see, folks, you see how I always say to people, within your pain is hidden power. And that power can be used to profit others and create profits. And that's what he's done with that great pain in his life. He said, I want to help save others and not to go through that. So anyway, I don't want time to get away. Howard, AKA Don Crypto, I want you, this guy is a crypto expert. And when I was, and he was part of the company that I built to 1.5 million, by the way. Then he reached back out to me years later and said, hey, I got something going on. I said, dude, I don't join companies, man. I have to be trained and speak. And he said, no, I want you to train and speak. And so anyway, but then I said, hey, look, we have something here. And so he got on the phone with Dell. He said, I got some hard questions. I said, I'm gonna put you on the phone with him. And here's what I like, another thing I love about Dell. He said, man, ask me the hardest question. Matter of fact, every Monday night when he does his meeting, he says, after he introduced, ask me the hardest questions you can ask me. I've nothing to hide. And if, I'll give you the right answer. So Howard, I'll let him tell the story, but Howard, share a little bit about what's happened for you, your mom, and what happened with that meeting when you started asking all these hard questions. But Howard Powell, this guy's a gentle giant, man, and he's a techie. And I'm the big picture guy, and he's the detail guy. So I got everybody ready to go. They're like, come on, I'm ready to go. And I'm like, Howard, show them what to do.
Thank you, Dr. Stan. I appreciate it. That's an awesome story. I be telling this story like I was there, so I can feel all the people in the comments, in the chats that feel that story with you. And that's why I love this project. When I got on, first thing first, I reached out to Dr. Stan said, hey, you got to do this. And, a lot of people tell you do a lot of stuff, but when Dr. Stan say do something, you better do something. Even if you don't go in with a whole lot, going with a little. So I checked myself, and Dr. Stan said, put some money into this. I put $12 in there. Like, all right, Dr. Stan, I put $12. I seen my $12 in a matter of 2 hours. Well, he inboxed me. He said, hey, did you put your money in there? I was like, yeah, I put some money in there. And I hurried up and put another $100 in there because I seen my $12 had grown to $14 in a matter of like an hour. So I threw the $100 in there, got on the phone with Dr. Stan. The next day, I went to sleep, woke up the next morning, my $100 was $171. And so I said, what, 70% overnight? This is crazy. So I got on the phone with Dr. Stan. I said, what else we got to do? And he said, you know what, I'm gonna get you on the phone. Well, I went through the process, and I know that it was a little harder for me. So I said, I know I can simplify this process, but what do we have to do? He said, I'm gonna get you on the phone with Dell. And I talked to Dell, and he told me the whole story. And I was like, oh, this is crazy. I said, many people that love pets, as many people that love to take care of their animals, and now we can make money and help these animals. This is awesome. So I'm all about it. We only have 900. We only had 850 holders, and that was the 24th of February. And so he said we just have to get to 25 holders so we can get listed on CoinMarketCap. And once we get listed on CoinMarketCap, then these numbers can explode. So I just begin to tell everybody, along with Dr. Stan, that we need to get this Weetwo token, not just to make the money, but as Dell said, greed is good, right? So I didn't think about it like that, but we can make money and help the animals and people who can't afford these surgeries. So long story short, I put more money in, but my $100 that I put on the 23rd is now worth $467. All right, so that is a 467% growth in a matter of 9 days. All right, so people got greater stories than that, but some people got great stories. So
Howard, yes. If you wanted to, sir, how much of that 400 could you take out?
All of it. I can take all of it. Absolutely all of it. Now, that I did add some more money, and I did play with that to make sure I could take it out right. Because a lot of people say, "Hey, you can take your money out," and then when you go to take your money out, you can't take your money out, right? So I lost a lot of money in different platforms like that, and that's why I love this crypto, because it's not a platform. It's just simply buying a cryptocurrency, holding it, or trading and selling it, buying and selling it, right? So it's not a platform. So our job is to try to make it easier for people who are not in the crypto space to get in the crypto space. So we're on this auto BTC call. So I know a lot of people already have Bitcoin and everything. So this guys are gonna make it a lot easier for you guys. So the coin has grown. Right now, I think the coin is about to drop a 0 because we're really close. Most people, if you already have a crypto wallet, that's good. If you don't, I suggest that you download a trust wallet. That way you can get a crypto wallet, because the first thing about getting cryptocurrency is having a crypto wallet. So once you obtain your crypto wallet, you want to buy some BNB coins. All right, so if you have Bitcoin, then you can exchange your Bitcoins for BNB. If you don't have any, then you need to find an exchange where you can buy your cryptocurrency. Now you can buy your cryptocurrency inside Cash App. You can buy your cryptocurrency at Coinbase. The person that invited you, they may have some cryptocurrency that they can sell you. So those are all mediums of buying cryptocurrency, and that is the main thing. All right. If you have a computer, you're going to need to use MetaMask. And so I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you how to buy BNB BEP20. Yes, that is correct. BNB BEP20 smart chain. All right, so I'm going to share my screen.
Howard, before you start that, I do have another call coming up in about 7 minutes. So I want to just, I want to part out for a little bit. And I want to thank everybody for the opportunity to tell you the story about Weetwo and let you know where we're headed. Dr. Stan knows the big picture, where we're headed. We are about to approach our first 1,000X. And people ask me, is it too late to get in? We're going to a penny in the next 12 to 24 months. It's not too late, because this is where it starts.
That's right. That's right.
This is where the real zeros are coming from. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much. It's been an honor to speak with you. And
Dale, let's see if one or two people have a question. I think somebody did before you leave. Just check.
Yes, sir.
One of you leaders have a question, or one of you folks have a question before Dale has to leave. You should be able to.
Go ahead, Charles.
Raised. Charles Parr, and then Beverly. Beverly.
What's happening? Hey, Dr. Stan, how you doing, man?
Champ. All righty.
What's going on, man? I'm excited about what I heard. Is there any recommendations of how much we should come in at?
No, sir.
Okay, no.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
I do have one recommendation. Okay, this is my opinion, but never risk more
than you can afford to lose.
Than you can afford to lose.
Absolutely.
You're a solid project. Okay. I'm not concerned about Weetwo, but as a general philosophy, if you're going to gamble on buying this truck over here and reselling it, if you're going to buy Ford or Boeing or Facebook stock, if you're going to buy gold, if you're going to buy antiques, it doesn't matter. Never risk more than you can afford to go, okay. And that's the only advice I can give you.
Wow, awesome. Beverly, I think your hand was up next, and then we got Daniel after that. Beverly? Richardson.
I don't have a question, just Daniel.
Okay, Daniel, but yeah, let's get Beverly. Okay, so let's get Beverly first. Beverly, your hand is raised. Was that by mistake? Perhaps. All right, by the way.
Let's go back to Daniel. Beverly's back.
Yeah, Beverly's back. Hey, Beverly. Let me hit. I guess I'm co-host. I can help her. I hit unmute. You should be able to unmute now, Beverly. Okay. Okay. Well, let's see if somebody else has a quick question. Again, if you got a quick question, we want.
Now.
Oh, there he is. Yes, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello.
Yes. I've been trying to unmute for the longest. Hi, how is everyone?
Excellent, good, Beverly.
I wanted to get a clear understanding of when you talk about the zero drops.
Okay, this is going to be a simple 10-finger math issue. When a price is a penny, there's a zero. When that zero is lost, it's a dime. So that's a 10x move up. So when you lose another zero, you're up to $1. So now where we are down here with 7 zeros and a 9 something, when we lose a zero, it'll be 6 zeros and a 1 or a 10 jump up. Now, when it gets to those 6 zeros and 9, you will be 10x up. So let's say we're sitting down here and you get in at 7 zeros and a 9, and we lose 3 zeros. So we're now at 4 zeros and a 9. You will have 1,000x return on your money. That's what we're talking about when we talk about losing a zero. We started off with 9 zeros and a 1 is where I liquidified every token in the public float, all of them. So at that point, when we lost a zero, we were 10x over. The next zero, 100x from where we started. And right now we're fighting to be 1,000 times more than where we started, or more or less. If somebody put in $1,000 day one, they'd be worth $1 million now.
Come on.
Wow.
So, hey, real quick.
You heard it.
Yeah, Beverly. All righty. Did you hear what he said? So where we are now, if you started today, for instance, with just $100 and you didn't touch it, if it dropped 4 zeros to get to a penny, you would take the 4 zeros and add it to your 100. If you add 4 zeros, that's $1 million. That's powerful. Now, that was a little older recording. 1 zero was dropped February 16th. I experienced that. Another zero was dropped on March the 4th. Some of you experienced that. I believe another one will drop here in April. And, we just keep on the more people that sign up to purchase this appreciating asset, the more that purchases are made, then the more those numbers go up after the zero. But I want you to hear real quick. I've got my 16-year-old now, just turned 16, bonus son, Jonathan. Jonathan, can you come on out if you don't mind and tell him what happened? I want y'all to hear his story. And then he made a withdrawal and I want you to hear what happened. So John, could you unmute your line? And then we'll go to Linda afterwards. John?
Here.
There we go.
Hello?
Come on. Yes, sir.
Okay, so on February 19th, Dr. Stan, he put in $50 into Weetwo for me. And he told me that I could take some of it out of my birthday. So I took $300 out yesterday. My birthday was on the 24th, but I took $300 out yesterday. And today I already made it back plus 100. So my account went from 1,300 to 1,400 after I took 300 out.
Wait. So you got to help them understand. So started with $50 and
Yes,
30 something days ago, and then went all the way up to 1,300. You took out last night 300, and now you got 1,400.
Yes, sir.
Are y'all hearing this? He just turned 16. By the way, he got so excited, he signed up a friend, got his brother, our older brother, to purchase some. So, and John helps people get started. Now, I understand the computer, not the phone. He understands the phone. So if you need to get started with a phone, we'll connect you with him and let him help you get started. So thank you very much, John. Appreciate that, buddy. Congratulations, man. And don't forget, I told you you're going to pay me my 50 back. I'm a dad, but I'm a bonus dad, right?
Yes, sir.
All right, buddy. Love you, man. Okay, Linda Brown, come on down real quick. Linda Brown.
Okay. Sorry for the technical difficulties earlier. But anyway, we started March the 5th with $1,500. And then we also started a 21-day challenge with Dr. Stan. And he said, if you can, try to make it up to 2,000 if you can. If you can't, do what you can. So we thought, well, we got it. Let's go on and do the 2,000. And we started on March 5th And then we added 2,000 like a couple of days later, a day or two. And anyway, now we have made $1,300.
Wow.
Less than a month. Now I don't know where you can make that anywhere else.
Now, Sister Brown, I hate to do this, but I have to correct you a little bit. You didn't make anything. Your money made money while you was busy doing other stuff.
Yes, sir. That's right. Correct me. That's right. He's right. My money was working for me and my husband. Yeah, I thank Dr. Stan too for encourage. You know, when I first met you, I was, you know, we didn't know you that well. And I thought, Lord, what if he's a crook? But there was something about Dr. Stan, when you meet him in person, it's like you trust him. Even though you don't know him, you just trust him. And then he invited us to church, and his wife, we met his wife, just a lovely family. And so I'm like, we're in good hands. And he's just so kind, he and his wife, they take care of us because we're older, a little older than them. And so he's always so kind and always willing to help us. And we try not to call on him too much because he's so busy, but I thank God for meeting him. I know it was a divine connection, and I thank God for him and his family.
Wow. And I believe you told me you and your husband have been praying for a financial breakthrough. And
yeah,
you know,
my husband will walk around the house saying, God, I thank you for passive income. I don't know how you're going to do it, but I just thank you. Thank you for passive income. And he's been doing this for months now. And then we met you I saw you on Facebook. I was supposed to be in a conference, a women's conference. And I went the night before, and it was supposed to be all day that day. But I heard him when I got home that night. It was a replay. And I'm like, I need to hear him tomorrow. And so I thought, I'm going to stay home. I just have to miss it because I go to plenty of women's conferences that, you know, you can always go to another conference. But it's something about him I needed to hear. And when I heard what he said, I thought, we're doing this. I got off that, when he finished that video, I went to my husband, I said, you got to hear this man and we need to invest. He said, okay.
Wow.
So we did.
Well, congratulations. So your husband, you and your husband's prayer, not just have passive income, you got passive, massive increase. So God bless you. Thank you for that. Hey, Stephen. Thank you. Stephen G, I understand you got a great testimonial, and then Queen Amina, and then we'll close it out. Stephen, are you available to give your testimonial? Stephen, is it Gorilla? Let's see. I can't pronounce it. I apologize.
Stephen G, just Stephen G.
Okay, Stephen G, yes. And then Queen Amina, if you're available, but go ahead, sir.
Well, I just want to, first of all, put an urgency on everyone because I delayed 2 weeks before buying my first Weetwo. And I shouldn't have done that. But, you know, things got in my way. So for those that are on the fence right now and waiting, and you're not telling anybody, and you're not opening up stub accounts to bless your family, we're all losing if we do that. Because I did all that. And then every time I could get some cash from somewhere, or I can take some crypto from somewhere, you know, different places, I kept buying and buying and buying. And I'm not going to disclose the amount, but it's incredible. We are all blessed, and we're all going to become millionaire because this is still the beginning. 6 zeros after the decimal point. Guys, get on fire. We're all going to be blessed. Thanks.
Wow. Thank you. Wow. Queen Amina, are you available? Queen Amina. I saw you there earlier. Queen Amina, are you available? All righty, she must have popped out, but she put in the chat about her powerful testimonial. So folks, you heard from a 16-year-old. By the way, Queen Amina says she got 100% return in 11 days. Folks, again, this is taking the average person to create above average income in below average time. Get this now, with no effort whatsoever. So here's the secret. If you can purchase, you can get paid. Let me say it again. You're already consuming. You've been taught to be a consumer. We want to convert you, challenge you to, instead of being a consumer, to be a circulator. When I married my beautiful wife, she said, baby, we don't want to spend money. We only want to circulate money. I said, that sounds great. What does that mean? She said, when you spend money, it's gone forever. When you circulate money, it goes out and it comes back. A never-ending cycle of increase and enjoyment. I said, ooh, from now on in the Harris household, we're going to look for ways that we can circulate the money that God allows us to be stewards over. And this is one of the greatest ways I know of circulating your money. Too many of people, their money is unemployed. Well, no, actually their money is employed by somebody else. You, my friend, we're now going to empower you to employ your money to work for you. Like I said, Apostle Burrell was shocked when he called me. He said, Doc, out of the blue, he just said, I want you to sign my whole church up. I'm gonna have a special meeting and I want you to sign the whole church up, my friend. And I believe that's going to be the first of many. And then Pastor Timothy Smart, who actually opened up an account for his church. And now we're going to do something where we, after the tithes and offerings, say, hey, we're going to do a special fundraiser. And this fundraiser is going to keep raising funds even after the fundraiser's over. And so just give whatever you can, and we'll take that. We're going to put in a special account. Matter of fact, he talked to me earlier today. He called me to open up 2 additional accounts because the one church account already made quite a bit of increase this week alone, right? And so he opened up 2 accounts for his children, one for his wife, and then one for his extended family. And so let me close out by just showing you a few accounts that we have here, and then we'll see. We'll close out the recording, but then we'll see if anybody has a question after that. Let's see here. Just a second. Okay. There we go. Hit that Google Chrome. Come over here like that. Come over here like this. Come over here like this. Hit that MetaMask, Foxhead. Okay, so here's an account that I started for my wife, and we're exchanging our vows May 14th, and I want to set up where I can give her $10,000 cash. So I started this with only $50, and it's growing like crazy. So anyway, we'll see if it makes it to there. If not, I have to just add to it. I got a vacation account, right? Now, when this was started with like $40-something a couple of weeks back, about 3.5, maybe a month. But anyway, so when it hits $3,000, we're gone. All right. So then I started a vow renewal. When we renew our vows, I wanted to make sure we could cover any expenses. And so we started an account for that. Remember, we were younger, it was like have all these different envelopes with money in it for the different bills. Now here's one for my oldest son, Joshua. And I started that one just a week or so ago. Now Josiah, I think I started his a little bit sooner. He's got a little more. And then my daughter, Dr. Christina, started hers the same day I started Joshua's. Now Justin, I started his earlier, so you see he's got quite a bit more. And these all had $50 in them. And so we support missions. So I opened up an account for missions. And as that grows, we're going to be giving more and more to missions. I've got a fun account, right? You want to have some fun, right? So I got a special fun account. And when I want to have fun, I will pull it from that account. I've got a special 21-day financial breakthrough challenge, and open up an account to demonstrate something to them. I've got a Christmas account. Now imagine by Christmas, it's already $100. I just did it, 4 days ago, 4 or 5 days ago. But imagine by Christmas, that thing's going to be loaded, my friend. So you can open up all these. I got one for the homeless. We do things for the homeless. So why not open up an account for the homeless? And that's what I did. Then I decided to do an expense account, right? So as a matter of fact, I've got an occasion of take some of that out for expense thing that I'm doing. My bonus son, John's older brother, he has an older Mercedes, and it broke down, and it cost him quite a bit to get it fixed. And I said, why don't you get a car expense? I was like, wait a minute, why don't I do a car expense, right? And so now I got a car expense count. And then I was talking to somebody today, and I got the idea, why don't I do a mortgage, right? People can have one for the mortgage or rent. And so I got that one started. And then just for the fun of it, right? Then one for bills, that's starting to grow. And then a guy was telling me his phone bill moved to California. His phone bill is $1,000 a month. He's already in California, excuse me, moved to a bigger house. And he said, thank you for telling me about this. And so he put in a certain amount to be able to cover that. And folks, this is what I'm telling you. So right now there's a special Porsche. Somebody else wants to give a quick testimony. Okay, Marshall G. From his wife, Dr. Is it Iona? So Dr. Iona, do you want to come out, please, and give a short testimonial?
Hi, Doctor.
Hey.
Hi. I'm so excited to give my testimony. I'm right here sitting beside my husband, Michael. Marshall, so let me move away.
Yeah, hold on. He should mute his thing so we don't get the feedback.
Right.
Go ahead. Now you sound better.
Okay.
Go ahead, please.
Thank you. I got in on the 1st of March this month. We were into a program that was going nowhere. I start coin and I took out all of the money I had there. So I took it out, bought Weetwo, and believe it or not, it was 4,700 on March 1st. Well, when I looked a while ago, I have close to 12,000.
What?
Yes. Yes, doctor. So this thing is real. And we were into this stock coin thing going on from last year, making no money. And the 1st of this month, 4,700 turned into almost $12,000.
Wow. That's
to God be the glory.
Glory. Yes. He's going to get a lot of glory out of this. Folks, I believe if you believe in the Bible, Proverbs 13:22, a good man leaveth an inheritance to his children's children. That's why you should have an account for all of your children and grandchildren. And then it says, the wealth of the sinner is laid up for the just. We call that a wealth transfer. Many of us have been preaching about that for decades, but now this is a practical way of receiving a vehicle that helps in that wealth transfer like never before. Thank you, Dr. Iona. What a powerful testimony. And here's the secret. I'm going to tell y'all now. The secret is purchase as much as you can, as fast as you can, while you can get it at the lowest price that you can. Because every time somebody makes a purchase, it goes up a little bit in value, but the price goes up a little bit as well. And so somebody that buys $4,000 worth next month probably won't get even half of what Dr. Iona got the beginning of this month. And so folks, I'm telling you, this is the answer to so many people's prayer. If it doesn't make sense to you, listen to this as I close. Don't allow your lack of a few cents to keep you from making a whole lot of dollars. Oh, he dropped it. Let me say it again. If it doesn't make sense to you, don't allow your lack of a few cents to keep you from making a whole lot of dollars. Get started now, purchase your appreciating asset, Weetwo, and then try to understand it while your money is making money for you and growing, my friend. Because right now, you got slow-moving turtle money, but when you purchase your Weetwos, you'll have fast reproducing jackrabbit money. And that, my friend, is what you want. And so I want to say again, this information, my friend, I am not a financial advisor. And the information given in this presentation is not financial advice. It is informational purposes only and is not intended to be a solicitation or recommendation for any specific investment. Cryptocurrency involves risk and is not suitable for everyone, and past performance does not guarantee future results. Although I got to say this one last time, there's a big difference between an entrepreneur mindset and employee mindset, risk versus reward. The entrepreneur mindset focuses so much on the risk. The employee mindset focuses so much on the risk, they lose sight of the reward. The entrepreneur mindset focuses so much on the reward, they're willing to deal with the risk. The third richest man in the world, who's the richest man in China, Jack Ma, said if you offered monkeys bananas or money every time they take the bananas, not realizing that the money could buy them a whole bunch of bananas. And Dr. Breakthrough says, offer the average person fiat currency, which Nixon took the dollar off the gold standard August 15th, 1971. So your money's not even backed by gold. And offer them cryptocurrency, and 95 times out of 100, they would take the fiat currency because they don't understand the cryptocurrency would make them so much more. So it's the start that stops most people. Don't let the start stop you. Get back to whoever invited you. Get the link to the company website and purchase your appreciating asset. You will be glad you did.